and limiting them to 18-year terms. Former President Trump's agreed to an FBI interview as it investigates the attempted assassination at a rally in Pennsylvania. The local SWAT team telling ABC News it might have been prevented had communication with the feds been better.
The team believes it did everything it could have to thwart the attack, but accepts its share of failure.
I think we all failed that day.
How so? Life is lost.
Yeah. People died. And if there's anything that we could have done to stop that, we should have done.
ABC's Aaron Katersky. Smoke from the explosive park fire and others burning across the west are drifting as far east as New England. This is ABC News. Thunderstorms inundated East Tennessee over the weekend, caused flooding at a popular theme park in the Great Smoky Mountains.
Videos posted online show cars floating in the parking lot at Dollywood, southeast of Knoxville.
Every way we went was flooded.
Jessica Gunter says the gift shop near the front of the park was ankle deep.
It had gone from the entrance to the exit. It had to have been a river through there.
Firefighters were called in for high water rescues. Park officials say one person had minor injuries. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Homeowners and business people in West Texas are still finding damage from dozens of earthquakes that hit the area in the past week.
It's traumatizing. It's like you put a marble in a jar and just shake it. That's what the house does. It scares the bejesus out of you.
He lives near the epicenter of the 5.1 magnitude quake, which struck Scurry County on Friday. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Gotta change my oil.
How about Valvoline Restore and Protect? It restores and protects your engine to run like new.
Get in zone.
It restores your engine to, like, factory clean?
And protects.
Get in zone.
So Valvoline Restore and Protect restores and protects.
Now you can get 5 quarts with an STP extended life oil filter for $37.99.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell her 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Your ABC News weather forecast being brought to you this hour by dentist Edward L. Moore.
Here are some dental tips from dentist Edward L. Moore in Spencer. Healthy kids' teeth goals. Ultimately, it should be your goal to build a foundation for your family to achieve healthy teeth from childhood and beyond. Jumpstart those lifetime habits by making these healthy kid teeth goals. Avoid sugary foods. Brush twice a day. Floss and mouth rinse daily for age appropriateness. Visit the dentist twice a year. Make oral health a fun habit. Healthy kids' teeth start with good parenting and a great dentist. Call Dentist Edward L. Moore's office today at 304-927-3550. And remember, Dr. Moore accepts care credit.
104.7 Mountain Country Weather.
Taking a look at your Mountain Country AccuWeather forecast for today. Cloudy skies with a chance of rain up in the 65% range. 82 is your high. Overnight, dipping down to 70 with clear skies. Tuesday, rain in the forecast once again with a high of 85. Wednesday, mostly sunny with some passing clouds, a high near 90 degrees. Thursday, a little bit of thunderstorms in the forecast with a high of 91 degrees. Thunderstorms once again on Friday with a high of 90 degrees. Currently on the hill, it is 79. That's a look at your forecast, brought to you by Edward L. Moore.
Today's best country and all-time favorites. Mountain Country 104.7.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Drew taking over the main stage as I do from time to time when I find somebody interesting I'd like to talk to. And we're very happy to have one of those people in studio with us here this afternoon. We're going to be talking here this afternoon for the next 10, 15 minutes to a representative from FEMA. I know people out there in the listening area have been driving by on Arnoldesburg Road, and you've seen the big tents display set up, the FEMA disaster recovery area right past the armory and right before we get to the volunteer fire department. And a lot of people people have been wondering what it is, why it's here, what is the situation. Well, we know that we've had some inclement weather. We've had some really bad inclement weather over the last couple of years, and we're very happy to be joined in studio by FEMA's media relations specialists for the area, and we're talking with Trey Paul. Trey, number one, thank you for joining us here, and we're looking forward to the information that you guys have to give us.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here on the main stage, as you say, Drew, at 104.7. I like 104.7 because back home in South Carolina, that was the radio station I listened to there, so I like some 104.7.
Well, I was talking to Trey beforehand. He said he is a country music fan, so he's already endeared himself to the public, whether he knows it or not, here in Spencer. Well, Trey, obviously, we've had some information put out about this FEMA disaster recovery mobile unit that's going on. Number one, let's start from scratch. Why are they here? Why are you all here in the Roane County area?
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for having me on the show. I know the folks in West Virginia, especially this part of West Virginia, hit hard back in April. 2 sets of storms came through, April 2nd and the 6th, and then April 11th and the 12th. And that's what we're here for. We're here talking to folks who were impacted by the storms April 11th and 12th. And if you're listening and you were in Hancock, Kanawha, Marshall, Ohio, Roane, Wetzel, or Wood County, this is for you. So I know a lot of folks were impacted by flooding. I was at that disaster recovery center, as you mentioned, there in Spencer and Roane County today. I know the Spring Creek seems to be a problem around here, especially when it rains. So flooding was a big issue. We're hearing from a lot of survivors saying flooding impacted my home. There was some roof damage. I heard from folks who said their bridges and roads on their property washed out as a result of the flooding. That is something FEMA can help you with. So we can help replace or repair damaged items connected to the storm. So I know a lot of people have those, roads and bridges on their property. And, driving today, I saw a lot of that. So we're here to let folks know that if you were impacted by the storms on the 11th or the 12th, and you have any damage related to those storms, come by and see us at the Disaster Recovery Center. It's right there at the old National Guard parking lot, as you mentioned, right there on Main Street, on the Spring Creek side of Main Street. We back up right to it. You can stop by there. We're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And if you can't make it in, and that's for people who want that face-to-face contact.
Yes.
So if you don't want to just, you can go online to disasterassistance.gov and do it yourself. You can download our app, our FEMA app. But if you want to get that face-to-face help and assistance and ask questions, a lot of people already have eligibility letters they've received. Stop by there. We have a group there, friendly, helpful folks. They are willing and ready and able to assist you. No questions off limits. Stop by there from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Now, in the event that you can't make it, you're tied up with work, you can always give us a call, 1-800-621-3362. That'll put you in touch with somebody that you can talk to on the phone, not necessarily face-to-face. It depends on the day for me, if I want to talk to somebody face-to-face or if I want to do it on the phone. We have options for you because we know this is, really pose a big headache for a lot of folks. And we know they're going through a lot, and it's just a headache and a hassle, and we're trying to help as best we can. So, yeah, if you're listening and you were impacted, please reach out to us. A lot of folks, I've heard folks say, I had no idea, FEMA was eligible to help me with this. We help with a lot of stuff. Applicants, they can qualify for rental assistance, basic home repairs, personal property losses, other eligible expenses related to the damage from the disaster. And another thing I want to stress too, Drew, is, if you don't have receipts, that's okay. We will work with you. So if you have, let's say you had to replace an item as a result of the storm or repair something from the storm and you don't have a receipt, but you have your credit card statement and it shows the day that you purchased it and what it was, let FEMA know. We'll work with you on that.
Yeah, a lot of people, when we talk about this area, this rural area, a lot of people do have those low water bridges that they have culverts through that got damaged or washed away or things like that. And they may have already been up to Hildreth Supply and already repaired that situation. Well, there's an opportunity then for them to ask you guys about that and to find out what it is they need to do step by step to maybe get some financial assistance for that. We're talking with Trey Paul, who is the public relations media specialist for FEMA, and I'm sure you get I'm sure you probably encounter some angry customers from time to time, but what people here need to know is the reason you guys are here is to help when you can and how you can. And so people just need to take the opportunity to come over and ask some questions before they assume things. They may not be covered with some of the things they want, but they may find that there's things that they didn't know that they had an opportunity to get some help with.
Absolutely. And the folks of West Virginia, have been great. They're honest, hardworking people. And, the interest of full disclosure, I'm new here, so I've been here since May and June. And so far, everyone I've dealt with has been wonderful. I mean, they come in and they just let us know what's going on, and we help them as best we can. This is not something where we're going to replace your entire home. Insurance is going to do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
But, I do want to let folks know, too, that if you have insurance or you don't have insurance, FEMA is able to assist you. So if you do have insurance, we can help. If you don't have insurance, we can help. But insurance typically does the heavy lifting on that. But, yeah, a lot of times it's just a matter of coming in. Some people were without power for an extended period of time. And if that was a situation, let us know about it. We could help with, a power bill in some situations. Every situation is different. So I don't want to say, we can help with X, Y, and Z, and we can definitely help with X, Y, and Z.
Exactly.
So, but yes, that's where, you want to be as transparent as possible. If you were impacted by the storms, come by and talk to us. And, on that initial application/registration process, all you really need when you show up is just a basic ID. Now, if you have anything related to the damage from the storms, like a receipt or any pictures, bring that with you and go ahead, and that should, really speed things up. But you don't need anything right off the bat. You just need a basic ID. And, again, somebody will walk you through the process. And if you want to get ahead of things, sure, bring anything related to the storm with you.
Especially if you're familiar with the process before, again, because this is not the first time this has happened to people in our area. Obviously, we are affected by flooding more than just about anything else. Sometimes we have ice storms, but flooding is the big deal around our area. And so there may be people who have been through this before who already do have that information. But the mobile unit is there for all people, whether you have your stuff in line or if you have no idea what's going on and you just want to ask some questions. That's what the mobile unit's there to do.
Absolutely. Just stop by. It's not very crowded. You can stop by at any point, talk to someone there. They can walk you through everything you need. But again, if you have that stuff ahead of time, go ahead and bring it. If you don't, that's fine too. Stop by and see us. And I just want to let folks know, that here are some of the things that we could potentially provide assistance with. So we can do funds or reimbursement for 2 weeks of lodging through the displacement assistance or lodging expenses reimbursement. I don't know if folks were displaced from their homes for a period of times. I know we heard that the wind was a big problem, knocked out power, and that flooding from Spring Creek. We heard a lot of problems about that. So, roof damage, basements flooding, and some of the bridges and the roads there. Any impacted residents who need additional housing for more than 2 weeks due to the damage, we could potentially assist with that. Home repair assistance, as I alluded to, as a part of the structure of the property, accessibly related property and items, accessibility items. If you have a receipt or something, bring that too. We can provide a lot of assistance to homeowners and renters. So we want to include renters too. If you were renting and you were impacted by the storm, we can also potentially provide some assistance to you as well.
And that is huge because we do have a lot of in-town renters who are around that Alvoid area that Spring Creek is right in front of, and that's a place that's often experienced flooding issues and damage from that. So if you're a renter and you may have been affected by that, go talk to the mobile unit there. We're going to be talking with Trey Paul again sometime maybe late next week or early next week. I'm not sure. I'll try to figure out a day and a time for that, Trey. But it is very important that people understand that this mobile unit is here. How long do you think the mobile unit will be stationed?
We're going to be here as long as we need. I do just want to throw out some local numbers here for you. So far, 317 people have registered for assistance total for this, for all the 7 counties that we're helping out. So storms from the 11th and 12th, 7 counties total. So Roane, 70 people of that 317, they have registered in Roane County and 8 people in Wood County. So I know that you have listened to folks there in those counties listen to you. So that's what we're working with right now. A lot of times it's interesting to see. They'll hear about it on the news or they'll hear about it on the radio, and then the next day that disaster recovery center has a lot of folks that come in and register. So if you have somebody, a friend, family member who is impacted by the storms, let them know. Let them know that we're here.
Well, thank you so much, Trey Paul, for joining us. And again, folks, the mobile unit is set up, and it's very easy for people around here. They know exactly what we're talking about. We're saying just go to the Armory, and right past the Armory in that wide open parking lot right before you get to the Volunteer Fire Department, that's where the FEMA mobile unit is set up. They'll be there Monday through Saturday, and the times again?
8 a.m. until 6 p.m.
8 a.m. until 6 p.m. If you just just have any questions that you might have a chance to get some assistance with, make sure that you go over there and ask questions of the people. They're the specialists. They're there for a reason. Folks, we are on Facebook and YouTube, so once this video ends, folks, we invite you to please share it with your friends and family because they may not know. They may not yet have heard that FEMA is here to try to assist with the damage. We're just trying to get the information out to people here in our local area and our communities to try to get some help. Very badly needed help, of course, and that's what FEMA does. The majority of what you guys do is you go into these communities and try to help.
Absolutely. We have folks that initially went door to door and said, hey, folks, we're here. If you were impacted by the storms, we have disaster survivor assistance. That's what we call those crews that went door to door. And then, of course, we have this mobile unit that set up our disaster recovery center. That's available. Yeah, we just want to let folks know that we are here and available to help, to provide some assistance. And again, if you can't make it by that disaster recovery center, give us a call, 1-800-621-3362. That'll put you in touch with someone. And if, someone doesn't answer immediately, of course, you can leave a voicemail and they'll contact you.
Well, Trey Paul, thank you so much. That is the media relations specialist, new to the area. But again, he's a West Virginian already. He's a country music fan. So we'll be back with you in the next couple of weeks, and we'll try to keep updating people on the information that FEMA has to offer. Folks, again, go over to the mobile unit. If you think you may have any assistance that could be helped by FEMA, just go ask the questions, folks. Very easy to do. Thank you very much, Trey Paul. We're going to get back to the music now. Here comes Chase Matthews.